What's going on, lads? Viper here and welcome to a new video on the channel. Today I'm going to be covering our series and finishing off our series of the best players in each position. We've done forwards, we've done midfielders, now we're moving on to defenders. Now, I think you guys are going to be quite interested in this. The entire starting 11 is going to be consistent of centre-backs. I've tried to do it from best to worst. Obviously they are still the best centre-backs in the game, so the worst is not going to be bad. But this is, in my opinion, in order, the best centre-backs on the game, okay? So, as we get into it, the fullbacks are all going to be on the bench. I'm going to go over them quite quickly. But you guys probably know the best fullbacks on the game, right? But defenders is a bit harder to tell. So, as we get into it, lads, starting off with the first player, and in my opinion, the best centre-back on the game is Maldini. For obvious reasons, a few very important key stats on defenders that I found this year is for them to be good at playing the ball out from the back, as I find passing to be really, really important on centre-backs, and passing to be the most important stat generally throughout the teams that you build. And obviously, Maldini has a 4-star weak foot, which is really, really nice for playing out from the back. Medium-high work rates, 74 passing, which is nice. Obviously, very quick and a good pace split. Insane composure, which is quite an important stat, with very high reactions. Good passing actually on the in-games as well, just a bit low on the vision. And obviously his agility and balance isn't the worst either, which is another very important stat. Defending stats are unbelievable. His physical is a bit low, so you do need to put something on to boost his strength and aggression, because his aggression is really low for a centre-back. So you're going to have to put an anchor on him. You can't put a shadow on him. Because the physicals need a boost no matter what. But if you do have the coins for this card, this is the best centre-back on the game, in my opinion. Then the second best centre-back on the game is road to the final, road to the knockout, Marquinhos. Great pace split again. Better passing than Maldini. Medium-high work rates with a 3-star weak foot, which is still okay. But obviously where you're getting the good stats with this card is he has good reactions and composure, good agility and balance, awesome defending and okay physical. Once again, a card that needs an anchor, similar to Maldini for the same reasons. This is a very expensive card and offers some great links as well. Obviously linking to Hakimi, who we are going to be talking about on the reserves. But Marquinhos is unbelievable in this game. Probably the best non-icon centre-back, in my opinion. But, you know, it's up to you, really. The next player we're going to be covering as well, you could argue, is better than Marquinhos. But I think I prefer Marquinhos because he has decent passing stats. I can't stress this enough, how important passing is out from the back with your centre-halves. And Marquinhos has this in abundance, which is really, really nice to have. Could get a team of the year as well, maybe. If he did get a team of the year, then it would be lights out, the best centre-back on the game. But yeah, Marquinhos is brilliant. Very expensive card and justified too. Then our next player, he is awful passing-wise, Cordoba, but he does kind of make up for that in his other stats with great agility and balance, which is really, really important. Obviously, he's 5'8", which could be a bit of an issue if you play against Fellaini and stuff like that. But he's 5'8", which is really, really small. Low high work rates, okay weak foot, awful passing, great agility and balance, great defensive stats, and very good strength and aggression combo. Just be careful passing with him because his vision is so low. You can't really do too many passes with him. You can't do too many R1Xs with him, which is an issue in my opinion, but he is still brilliant with that agility and balance, and he's quite cheap now as well, like 500k, which isn't bad at all. Offers very good links as well, can strong link him or perfect link him to Cuadrado, which is really, really nice. And obviously this card is brilliant. Moving on to our next player, we have, you could argue, once again, the best centre-back on the game, Eder Militao's numbers up card. Obviously, in the end of December, he's going to get a +5 boost to his dribbling, which is going to get him over 80 agility. Great dribbling stats outside of that anyway. Great reactions and composure. Okay passing-wise. Okay defensively and okay physically. Once he gets a boost, this card's going to be mental. It already is mental. If you get an anchor on this card, you're looking at one of the best centre-backs on the game for sure. Moving on to our next player now. We have another icon. Now, the reason this card is so good, obviously I'm going to keep stating the same things. Great vision, great short pass, good agility, good balance, good dribbling outside of that as well. Great defensive awareness, great interceptions, and good stand tackle. Mixed with great strength. He's good in the air, But the issue is with this card, his aggression is also low again. So you're going to need to stick an anchor on him to make sure he does get the boost in his aggression. But other than that, this is an awesome card and isn't that expensive generally on FIFA ever for a centre-back. I think this card's brilliant. Being 5'11 as well, medium, and a 4-star weak foot. Lights out good. Great stats. An awesome centre-back. You could also argue this card to be the best centre-back on the game. Moving on now as well, we have Tony Rudiger. Now, this is more of a powerhouse card. He's not got good agility and balance. Got good passing because of his vision. Great aggression. Great defensive stats. So, he is the kind of player that you need to play alongside, like a Carlos Alberto or a like Marquinhos, and he's your brute, with your other one being able to play the ball out and be confident on the ball, drive out with them. Rudiger is the exact opposite to that, so be wary of him, but he is awesome in game as well with great pace and just great physically and defending wise. Very decent card. I would recommend him 100%. Next door to him, we have an outside shout for one of the best centre-backs on the game again. The issue with this card, though, is low aggression again. But he makes up for that with insane agility and balance. And he does feel ridiculous in game with his agility and balance. Great pace split. Okay reactions and composure. Bad dribbling outside of that. And his passing is actually awful in game. So you have to play him sort of similar to Rudiger. But his agility and balance is really good, which kind of makes it a bit of a weird card, because most players that have high agility and balance at centre-back generally are quite good at passing, but this is an anomaly to that kind of method that we're talking about. But if you can deal with that, this could be one of the best centre-backs on the game for you. I assume some of you would have packed him out the base icon pack, and he is awesome. You just need to be careful of his passing. Get beyond that, brilliant card. Moving on to our next player now. We've got Champions League Varane. Not actually Champions League Varane, it's Gold Varane. But I don't really want to talk about him for too long. We know how good he is. He's just a bit broken in game with his body type and how tall he is. Being 6'3" with medium-high work rates. His plays insane in game. The long legs and the great tackling. And there's just something about this card in game that just makes him so good. A must pick up. Coming down in price quite a lot now. Awesome card in game. Moving on again. We have Klosterman. Now, this is a great card for a multitude of reasons, really. He's got okay passing. His vision is a bit low, but his short pass is nice. He's got good dribbling, good agility and balance for a centre-back, great defensively, okay strength and aggression. It's another one that needs an anchor to get the aggression up. Once you've done that, though, with the okay pace split, this is an awesome card. Medium work rates, which I actually think suits centre-backs quite nicely. I think this is a brilliant card. Offers a lot of good links as well. Awesome in game. Make sure you pick this card up if you want something a little bit different. He is good at passing, not the best. He is okay agility and balance wise, not the best. Then he makes up for that with his defensive stats, which are insane. Moving on to our next player now. We have Rio Ferdinand's baby card. This is a brilliant card as well. Kind of similar to Varane in the way he plays in game. Not got good agility and balance, not got good passing. But he has awesome speed, awesome physicals, and awesome defending stats. This is the kind of card where you can afford to put a shadow on him because his aggression's okay, and just boost up his pace to almost maxed, which is awesome. This card is brilliant as well. I think he's quite expensive though. I think he's like 1 million coins or maybe like 800k or something like that. But he is brilliant in game as well. Moving on to our next player. I like this card a lot. But once again, his vision is very low. Outside of that, though, his defensive stats are genuinely ridiculous. His dribbling stats are brilliant as well. For a big man at 6'4", having that much agility and balance is quite crazy. Okay weak foot on him. Good pace split. Very long legs, so he's very good at getting the long tackles in, if that makes sense. Yeah, he does feel a bit slow in game, so you need to put a shadow on him. But he is brilliant if you can get beyond the fact that he is a bit taller and a bit slower feeling in game. It's like he's got a really bad pace split. It's like, you know, you see this here. It's kind of like Upamecano, even though the pace split is a lot better than Upamecano's. This is a good card though, so if you can get beyond the fact that he's a bit slow, this is a brilliant card as well. Laurent Blanc, Moving on to our bench now, lads. I believe we have covered the starting 11. There you go, lads. That's the starting 11. Brilliant stuff here. I really, really like this team. You know, with the right players in it. I think we do have the right players. And I think that is the top 11 centre-backs on the game, in my opinion, right now, as of the 15th of November. If I was to pick, like, my top 3, obviously I've tried to do it in order, based on the community. If I was to pick my top 3 here, I'd probably go Marquinhos, Militao, and Carlos Alberto probably. But I really value the good passing and the good weak foot. So that is why I would pick them. If you guys want to try that out, I think it would make you a better player if you just bought players that were better at like being ball playing centre backs. I find it to be so valuable in this game. So do try that out if you do want to try it. Moving on to our bench though, I've tried to do this in order of my favourite players as well. Theo Hernandez as the best left back on the game, 100%. Hakimi as the best right back on the game, narrowly followed by Jesus Navas, who I do think is brilliant on this game as well. And then we've got Alphonso Davies as the next best left back behind Theo. Reason for this is it's kind of an outside shout, right? He has awesome agility and balance, awesome defensive stats, and he's very good physically. Obviously, the only thing he lost was pace. But if you do look at this card, you can play him anywhere. He'd be really good as a left mid in a 3-5-2. I just find this card to be brilliant and a really, really meta card. Then, I could have put this guy ahead of Hakimi. I was tempted to. And that's Tavernier. He has been good for years on FIFA every time he gets an inform. Obviously, this is such a balanced card. You can play him anywhere. Play him at CDM, play him at centre mid. But I like him at right back. He has good passing, which is important for a fullback. Just a very well balanced card, you know. I think he's very, very good in game. If you want to pick him up, I think he's like 10k, which is insane. And he's brilliant in game as well. Then we have Trent, who is more of the kind of like passing option at right back. Being able to do like the triangles up to your wide players from your fullbacks is really important. That's what you get with Trent, the ability to pass from fullback confidently to your wide players, and he's very, very good at that, and that's why he's in the team. Renan Lodi, for the same sort of reason. He has good passing stats, and he's just very balanced as well. You can play him anywhere, same as Trent. You can play Trent at CDM, centre mid, even Cam, to be honest. I wouldn't really recommend that, but you could. Mendy, I am not the biggest fan this year of Mendy. I think Theo Hernandez is a lot better, but a lot of people still like this card, right? He does start in my main team, but I'm not the biggest fan personally. Cornet was quite good when I used him. I know he's not everybody's favourite. The 4-star weak foot and the 3-star skills with high work rates. Okay going forward. He has good passing, good agility and balance, good defensively, and good strength and aggression combo for a fullback. And that is why he's in the team. Now, I was going to put this guy higher because, in my opinion, he is one of the best centre-backs in the game. But a lot of people are going to disagree with me. I love this card in game. I think his passing is immaculate. His agility and balance is so good. His defensive stats are brilliant. He's very, very similar to Gold Marquinhos if you compare the two. But Alaba has the 4-star weak foot as well, which is really, really important, man. I can't stress that enough. And his stats are just brilliant, you know. Brilliant card here, guys. And he's very, very cheap. So I'd highly recommend you go pick this card up. Awesome in game. And can play in a multitude of positions as well. Play him at CDM if you want. I really like this card in game. Then we have Lucas Visceramo. I don't know how to say his name. I just butchered that really hard. As a cheaper option, again, very quick, very good defensively, not good at much else. Has okay passing, but the vision kind of counteracts that anyway. So this is just a solid centre-back for you. And then I almost missed this guy out because I don't like him on this game. I actually put him in an SBC. I had him untradeable. He's too slow. If he had a better pace split, this card would be really, really good. He's just too slow in game. I'd avoid him if you could. But he could be okay in like a free back as the middle centre-back. Not a card for me personally, though. With poor vision, poor pace split, and then, you know, bad agility and balance. But outside of that, he is good, you know. His aggression is a bit low for a centre-back of his kind of stature. Yeah, he's okay. Not the best for me, though. He's there as kind of like to tell you guys not to use him. Because I am not a fan one bit of him. But yeah, that is the team, lads. As you can see there, very, very decent team. Let me know if you think I missed anybody out, lads. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. So if you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like on it and you're subscribed to the channel if you're not already. But lads, that's going to be it from me for now, so take care.